Oh, come on. Look, it's not like you're stripping off in public.
Well, that's what it feels like.
Hey, you're stripping off for me.
Babe, I'm not stripping off for anyone.
Yep, that's what you think.
Earth the Jerk's on the basketball team.
Would somebody pass me the ball?
But has he got what it takes?
No, I don't think so.
Well, here's his chance to prove he has.
You're going in.
Will he play like a loser or a legend? And speaking of losers,
I always enjoy giving to charity.
Well, it's not exactly charity.
Carl gets conned.
Well, then what's the good cause?
It's 'cause I need a new bike.
A great hour of laughs with Family Matters and Acropolis Now from 7:30 Thursday on Prime.
You are the parent. Your kids are pestering you to buy a video game system. Armed with only $99 and faced with the hazards of shopping, your mission is to find the top-selling game system. The one with the widest range of games, a hotline for game tips, and a free game built in. To your amazement, you can afford a Sega Master System 2. And if you buy now, you get a $50 cashback upgrade voucher. For just $99, you can't lose.
When the Colonel starts a cooking, things start looking good. Those herbs and spices taste the nicest, the way good chicken should. And I like it like that. 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 It's gotta be KFC, 'cause I like it like that. Today's KFC, I like it like that.
Let's enjoy it more. We've got the savings you're looking for.
Low soft drinks are real steal at just 79 cents. A low $3.99 will buy you a 6-pack of solvent toilet tissue. Golden Circle cordial only $1.99 for a 2-litre bottle. Crispy lettuce out they go for just 89 cents. And for only $2.99 you can get a 2-kilogram box of Castle laundry powder. Pay less, they've got the savings you're looking for.
At Payless, what a great place to shop.
Puppy Surprise is having puppies. How many? That's the surprise. Surprise, surprise. Puppy Surprise. How many puppies are there inside? How many? Puppy Surprise, surprise, 1, surprise. 2, 3 puppies. 2 girls and a boy. They're so sweet. Surprise, surprise. Puppy Surprise. How many puppies are there inside? Puppy Surprise, you're my best surprise.
Puppy Surprise comes with 3 baby puppies. You could be lucky to find 4 or 5. That's the surprise.
You tired?
Yeah.
You scared me.
Me too. I love you.
I love you too.
Hey, if I ever told you you have got the prettiest lips, cutest nose, and the best eye.
Yeah, maybe once or twice.
Thank you.
Don't suppose you want another coffee? No, I don't. You've given them a good few hours, you know. There's no need to punish yourself.
Well, I said 6 o'clock, so it's only another half hour.
Julia, you're entitled to some of Meg's time, too. She's not Blake's exclusive.
I know that. I'm not as good with her as he is.
Oh, don't be silly, love. You're her mum.
Well, I get tongue-tied. I never know what to say to her. You seem to think with so little time left, you have to make every word count. I end up saying nothing. And Blake just sits there chatting away. Silly things, you know. Meg laughing and, I don't know, that's the way it should be.
You're entitled to some of her time, you know.
Oh, no, Meg's moved on, you know. She's accepted it. She's going to wring every last drop out of what's left. And I can't help her do that. She's strong and I'm not.
Come on. Where are we going? For a walk. You need some fresh air, I think we both do. Now, don't worry about all of this. We're not busy. Bobby will look after it.
We take so much for granted, don't we?
Yes.
one thing about Meg. She doesn't take anything for granted.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm glad she met Blake. Remember how against it I was?
Oh, we all were.
She's made Meg very happy. I'm not sure I could have done that.
You keep putting yourself down.
No, I'm just being realistic. It's going to be very hard for her. She shouldn't have to go through this at his age.
His mother died a few years back. He came through that.
This is different.
Blake will be all right. I'm not saying he'll ever get over it. I don't know if you ever do, but he'll be all right.
I feel so helpless and frustrated sometimes. I just want to scream.
Well, why don't you? It's a good place for it.
Wouldn't change anything.
Oh, thanks for coming round, Nick. I really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure, Soph. What you said regarding truth about Lou and I kind of made sense.
Oh, I hope I didn't seem rude or anything.
Hey, no, there's no need to apologise. It was good to hear the truth from someone, okay?
Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, hot chocolate. Hey, guess what? I've found a model for my painting.
Least I could do for an old friend.
Oh, that's okay, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm really glad you found someone. I love you so much.
Hello?
She's asleep.
She must be worn out. It's been a big day.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be an even bigger one.
Why? What's happening?
Well, we thought we'd have a bit of a party, you know, a few people over Meg.
Blakey.
What?
Nothing. I wish I had your strength.
Together 10 years of fantastic 60s #1 hits, sensationally mixed, and called it the 60s #1 Super Mix. The Easy Beats. 30 non-stop mega hits. A sensational mix of 60s #1 hits. Hollies. The 60s #1 Super Mix, out now from Concept.
Howdy. You want real value, tender, whole rump steak? It's at Bilo. $4.99 a kilo. That is real value at Bilo. Meat to please you.
This is a normal family car. Or is it? Recently, a group of racing drivers set out to break it. They did 4 months hard driving in one day. The Nissan Bintara also broke 17 Australian speed and endurance records. If you believe reliability to be the most important thing in a car, visit a Nissan dealer. You'll never be softer on Australia's toughest family car.
That's my car. New Pascal giant jellies are my favourite because they're so big and juicy. And you can really get into them.
New fun Pascal giant jellies. What's your favourite Pascal? Does Sam really have supernatural powers?
If I gave you a sock or something and you hung onto it, what could you tell about me?
That you should buy shoes that breathe naturally.
Hey Dad and Home Improvement are next.
Cool night followed by a very warm day. Chance of an afternoon thunderstorm. Tamworth 27, Moree 29. Mid-North Coast partly cloudy with a few showers. Fresh coastal winds. Port Macquarie 24, Taree 25 and Kempsey 25. And for the Hunter, cloudy periods with a few showers and fresh southerly winds. Newcastle 23 and Scone expecting 24 degrees.
Weather check, brought to you by Harvey Norman Discounts in Lake Road, Port Macquarie. Don't waste petrol, time and money for hardly normal deals on furniture and electrical goods. You can't go past Harvey Norman Discounts, open 7 days.
Now singing, come on, Prime.
Poses in the nick
Come on, Schwarzenegger, off with it.
for Lou's masterpiece.
That's quite a good likeness. Of course, a face would help.
Meg throws a farewell party
Everyone smile.
as every moment becomes precious.
I want to see the sunrise. Just one last time.
A moment of rare beauty when Home and Away continues. A treat for trackers tonight on Prime as the most powerful leaders in the galaxy are trapped by rebel soldiers. And it'll take a precision strike to set them free. It's Captain Kirk and the Starship Enterprise to the rescue as William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy and the original cast return in Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. Movie premiere, 8:30 tonight on Prime. Right now, Betty Brainbuster and the gang in Hey Dad, followed by more fun as Tim Taylor takes over the kitchen and cooks up a treat of laughs in Home Improvement, 8 o'clock tonight.
Hold me in your arms, don't let me go. I want to stay forever, closer each day. Home and away. You know we belong together.
Does Sam really have supernatural powers?
If I gave you a sock or something and you hung onto it, what could you tell about me?
That you should buy shoes that breathe naturally.
Hey Dad plus Home Improvement tonight.
Prime News Update, brought to you by National Mutual.
Good evening. There was huge support for an initiative of member for Tamworth Tony Windsor today when he called a public meeting to try and reverse the Prime Minister's plan for a national rail link. Mr Windsor wants to lobby Mr Keating to have the more cost-effective inland route the preferred option. Minister for Health Services Management Ron Phillips officially opened $790,000 worth of redevelopment at the Narrabri District Hospital today. The work has involved the refurbishing of a number of wards and the establishment of new services including dental and blood facilities.
What National Mutual did to help Joe and Pam Burbridge help pay for their daughter Karen's secondary school education, a National Mutual agent can do for you. National Mutual, for the most important person in the world.
This is Prime Television, your local station.
Hi, Dad. How are rehearsals?
Terrible. Rehearsals? What rehearsals?
Oh, the local dramatic society is putting on a musical, Captain Hook the Pirate, and Dad's a star.
Sounds like fun.
Does it? How would you like to spend 2 hours in the cold and drafty church hall with Betty belting you over the knuckles with a wooden sword?
Why would she do that?
Well, we're rehearsing the sword fight between Peter Pan and Captain Hook, and she's Peter Pan.
She is?
Yeah, well, she was the only one who had a pair of green tights.
And she keeps hitting you accidentally.
No, she does it on purpose.
Well, it's your own fault. I told you shouldn't have convinced him to change the play.
Oh, I must say, I've never heard of any play called Captain Hook the Pirate.
Well, it used to be called Peter Pan until Dad bribed the producer to change it.
I did not bribe him. Well, a bit. Anyway, it's more relevant this way, and Betty's just a sorehead.
I don't blame her. You talked them into changing the ending.
Yeah, I suppose I did. But I can't help feeling a little thrill of pleasure when I watch Betty get swallowed by the crocodile.
How do they manage that?
Oh, it's just a couple of guys under a big green blanket. But of course, on the night, I'm hoping for a real crocodile.
Dad, you're not.
Well, why not? We're only on for one night and Betty can suffer for her art. What is she doing?
Well, we're not quite sure. She's been there for a while.
Oi, hello, what are you doing?
Hey?
Hello, Earth 2 teenager. What are you doing?
Hi, Dad. How's things?
Jennifer, this is mad. You're watching a movie and you're listening to your Discman.
So?
Well, how can you possibly follow the movie if you can't hear what they're saying?
Oh, it doesn't matter, Dad. I'm doing my homework anyway.
Oh, Jennifer, you can't do your homework under these conditions. How could you possibly concentrate?
Well, it doesn't matter, Dad. It's only history homework. It's all old stuff.
Wonderful.
See, Dad, that's what I love about history. Whatever I don't learn today will still be there tomorrow. Hello? Oh, no, is that you again? Well, would you please go away? This is trying to be an important call.
Betty, have you got the town clerk on the phone yet?
Well, I'm trying, Mr. Kelly, but
Well, you're going to move on? He's got to have those figures before 11.
Well, I'm doing my best. It's not my fault.
Well, it can't be that hard, can it? All you've got to do is press 7 buttons in the correct sequence.
I am very aware of how a telephone functions. Thank you very much. It's just
I mean, they taught that budgie in the commercial to do it. I don't see why it's so hard.
Well, the budgie probably didn't have to cope with a man on the phone.
A man? What, is there someone on the phone?
Oh, he's one of those nuisance callers, and he keeps getting in the way.
Oh, not another one of them. All right, next time he calls, well, we'll report it to Telecom.
I hardly think he works for Telecom, Mr. Kelly.
I know that. It's just that when you keep getting a nuisance caller ringing, you have to report it to Telecom.
Oh, yeah, well, that's where he's so smart, see? He doesn't even ring us.
He doesn't?
No, he waits for me to ring first, and then he grabs the call before it can get to the town clerk.
What?
And then he keeps telling me I've got the wrong number.
Well, obviously you have got the wrong number.
Well, only because he keeps answering, huh? Not that some people care. Some people only worry about grabbing the lead role in a play from other people who really deserve it.
Oh, Betty, stop muttering. You know, you're being really petty about this play.
Petty? Me?
Petty, you. You are Betty the Petty. Petty Betty. You're the pettiest Betty I've ever set eyes on.
I'll laugh.
All because of a few minor, trifling changes to Peter Pan.
You are trying to have me eaten by a crocodile.
Well, only once.
In every other version of this play, Captain Hook gets eaten by the crocodile.
Well, that's the whole point, Ron. We'll be the standout production. We'll get at least 12 curtain calls.
Yeah, well, it won't do me much good. I'll be under the green blanket with Mick and Tony.
Well, what you do at the after-show party is your own business.
I'm not talking about the party. Tony and Mick and the green blanket are the crocodile.
Are they? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, mind you, I won't put it past you to suggest they use real coin.
Don't be ridiculous. Get on with your work.
You did so!
I did not. Didn't I tell you? I did not.
Oi, hold on just a minute. Time out.
Hi, Dad.
What's the trouble?
Why aren't you at school?
The teacher's having a non-face-to-face teaching day.
And I pay for this?
I suppose so.
Oh, how is it that every year the school fees go up and the amount of days you have to spend at school go down?
That's progress, Dad.
Why aren't you at school? I suppose you're having a non-face-to-face teaching day as well.
No, I finished school last year, remember?
Oh, I suppose you think that's a good enough reason. Just a minute, hang on. What were you arguing about?
We weren't, were we?
I don't think so.
Well, of course you were. You walked in here going, you did, I didn't, you did, I didn't, you did.
We did?
We didn't.
You did.
Oh, yeah, I remember. We were doing that.
Come to think of it, we could have been.
So, what was it about?
I don't remember. Can you?
Yeah, it was, oh, must have been about something. Are you sure it was us?
Yes, of course not. This is ridiculous. You know, you walked in here going at it hammer and tongs and you can't even remember what it was about.
Oh, hang on just a minute. I think I remember now.
What was it?
Yeah, that's it. Don't you remember? You said that Lindy Morris...
I did not.
You did so.
I didn't. I ordered
Wait.
the person. I didn't.
I heard you say it.
I don't know, Ben. Is the whole world going crazy or is it just me?
I think so, Mr. Kelly.
I'm not totally sure how to take that.
I'm just trying to be agreeable. What's bothering you?
Oh, well, it's just Sam and Jenny were screeching at each other like a pair of starlings. They had this terrible argument and they didn't even remember what it was about.
They did?
No, they didn't.
No, I meant they did have a terrible argument.
Yeah, they did that.
And what didn't they?
Eh?
When I said they did, you said they didn't.
Did I?
You did. So what didn't they when they did?
Ben, are you trying to start something here? Because if you are, I'm in the mood to go ahead with it.
No. Look, let's just forget about Sam and Jenny. Is there anything else on your mind?
Oh, yes, it's Betty, of course, as ever.
Oh, what's she doing?
Well, I think a squirrel has run away with her brain and hidden it in a hollow tree. Yeah, he stashed it away with all the other walnuts. Oh, Ben, she's driving me crazy.
Well, what seems to be the problem?
Well, you see, we're in this amateur...
Mr. Kelly.
Hi, Arthur.
Hi, Arthur. Why aren't you at school? Are you having a non-face-to-face teaching day as well?
No, but I wouldn't mind one. How do you get one?
You pay extra school fees. So, why aren't you at school?
I decided it was time I took an important step in my development as an individual.
And what step is that?
I'm wagging it.
Wagging it? Wagging what?
School, wagging school, playing hooky. Every boy has to do it sooner or later.
Is that so?
Yeah, and for me, the big day's today. So, guys, what do we do?
Get to school at once.
But I need to do this.
Get to school.
All right, I'm going.
Oh, do you believe that?
But I warn you, you could be stunning my emotional growth.
Make him be not here.
Be not here.
All right, but just don't blame me when I turn into an axe murderer.
A daring raid across the galaxies.
Get those hostages back safely.
The all-new Star Trek movie adventure premieres tonight on Prime.
Power only becomes effective when it's controlled. And when an organization can harness the power of its resources, it in turn becomes strong. One Australian institution has that power, with a significant shareholding in many of the country's blue-chip companies. Its investment portfolio is impressively diverse, with involvement in mining, industry, the rural sector, transport, the media, and oil and gas exploration. That same enterprise has become one of the country's strongest providers of insurance, investment, and financial services to over 1 million customers throughout Australia. With 2,500 staff, $8 billion in funds under management, and offices around Australia and the world, GIO Australia has grown to become one of Australia's top 100 businesses, and it's continuing to grow, safely and solidly. GIO Australia. The power to perform.
Shoo-bop, shoo-bop. Shoo-bop, shoo-bop. Shoo-bop, shoo-bop.
We throw ourselves at your feet.
Shoo-bop, shoo-bop.
Made us for shoes.
Shoo-bop, shoo-bop.
Yeah, made us.
Crofts of Philadelphia dip. It's the dip to make your taste buds flip. Philadelphia dip. Let your taste buds flip. Philadelphia dip. Dip, dip, Philadelphia dip.
At Kraft, we blend great tasting ingredients together with smooth, soft Philadelphia cream cheese to give you great tasting dips.
Crofts of Philadelphia dip. Let your taste buds flip. Philadelphia dip.
Howdy. You want real value, tender, whole rump steak? It's at Bilo. $4.99 a kilo. That is real value. At Bilo. Meat to please you.
It's the chewy nougat and the real fruit flavors that make Pascal Fruit Tangs my favorite.
New chewy Pascal Fruit Tangs. What's your favorite Pascal?
The games of the 25th Olympiad, Barcelona 1992. July 25th to August 9th. Live and exclusive to Prime.
Presenting the Olympics, Uncle Toby's, an Australian-owned company building a healthy Australia.
Jennifer, don't they give you any homework at that school of yours?
Do they ever? They really pile it on, Dad.
Then don't you think it'd be a good idea if you actually did some of it?
Well, I would, Dad. Believe me, if only I could.
Oh, yes? And why, pray tell, are you unable to do it?
Confusion and teenage angst.
Teenage angst?
Well, there's a lot of that going around at the moment.
Oh, I suppose. Like chicken pox, is it? So, Jennifer, what are you so anxious about?
Homework.
Try that again?
It's my homework, Dad. That's what's got me so confused and worried. See, I look at it and there's so much of it that I just get all confused and bothered.
You do?
Yeah, and I get so confused and bothered that I panic and I just don't know where to start.
Oh, hey, that makes sense to me.
Yes, of course it does.
So I don't.
So, you watch television instead?
It's not that I want to watch television, Dad. Believe me.
Oh, I do.
I mean, I'd much rather be doing my homework.
Well, Jennifer, I can solve this problem for you. At the next commercial break, go to your room, get out your books, sit at your desk and contemplate being grounded for the rest of your life.
After the next commercial break?
You got it.
Okay.
Hey, Jenny.
Shh. Jennifer, that's the ABC.
I know, it's full of uplifting and educational programs.
It's a documentary about the mating habits of the warthog.
I love warthogs.
How do you love warthogs? Warthogs are ugly.
That's why they call them warthogs. If they were attractive, they'd call them Bambi.
He's right. He's hard to understand at times, but he's right.
But, Dad...
Put it back where it was, and at the next commercial break, go.
All right.
So, did you sort things out with Betty, Mr. Kelly?
No, things have gone from bad to worse.
Oh, really?
Yes, and then they'll go from worse to catastrophic. And then tomorrow they'll probably go from catastrophic to apocalyptic.
Oh, that sounds pretty bad.
Yes, and Betty will think apocalyptic is a gum tree, and that'll just about finish everything off.
What's the matter with Betty?
Oh, she's jealous because your dad has the title role in Captain Hook.
Are you still here? Have I missed commercial break?
Oh, no, Dad, and I've been watching for one like a hawk, believe me.
Mr. Kelly, I don't understand why you don't just resign from the play.
Well, I can, but I've got to have a good reason.
Isn't the fact that your secretary is driving you mad a good reason?
Yes, but I can hardly tell people that, can I? Imagine what a great wuss I'd look. Oh, I can't do the play because Betty's cranky with me. I'd be a laughing stock.
I suppose that's true.
Well, couldn't you just say you have to go in a state?
Well, that wouldn't work. Betty would realise I hadn't gone and she'd tell everyone.
Well, you could really go, and we could stay here and have a fabulous party. And...
Why are you still here?
Okay, I'm going. Only there hasn't been a commercial break yet, and that was our deal.
Go.
Okay, but I don't think this is very good for my sense of justice to have a deal broken like this. I'm out of here.
Mr. Kelly, why don't you do what they always say they'll do in the theatre?
What's that?
Break a leg. Isn't that what they're always saying?
Yeah, but I have this funny little foible when it comes to intense pain.
Yeah, what is it?
I don't like it.
It's a bit of bad luck, isn't it? It sort of rules out the broken leg theory.
Yeah, but if I could think of another illness, that'd do it.
But wouldn't you have to keep pretending until the show was on?
No. This week is the key week for rehearsals. We're doing dance routines. If I pulled out now, they'd have to replace me.
Well, I suppose it's worth a try.
Hi, guys. Wait till you see what I've got. Where's Jenny?
Oh, she's in a room doing her homework.
Oh, is that all? Hey, Jen, come out here a minute.
No, don't call her out now. I only just got her to go in there.
What is it, Sam?
Oh, why do I bother?
Look at this terrific new book I've got. It's all about reincarnation.
Where did you get it?
Lindy Morris gave it to me.
She did it.
She did.
Hold it. We're not going to go through that again.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Very rarely.
See, it's called Your Former Identity.
And what does that mean?
Well, it's a theory that says everyone was someone else in a former life, and it has a list of famous examples.
Like who?
Well, like here, it says Madonna was formerly Cleopatra. Isn't that exciting?
I didn't know Cleopatra could sing.
Well, I didn't know she had a pointy bra.
And look, Meryl Streep was Queen Elizabeth I, and Mel Gibson was Hamlet.
Rubbish.
No, it's not. They even made a movie about it.
Look at this. Barbara Streisand used to be Cleopatra.
Hang on, I thought you said Madonna was Cleopatra.
So I did. Must have been crowded in there. Imagine all those egos trying to get out at once.
And they list politicians, too. Look at this. It says, Bob Hawke had a former existence as Hannibal.
Is that Hannibal as in the Alps or Hannibal as in Lecter?
The Alps.
Hey, what do they say about Paul Keating?
It said he was always Paul Keating. He never changes. Now, I reckon I could do this.
Do what?
Discover who people were in a former life. It says here that some people have the gift. I reckon I might have it.
Oh, well, how do you work it?
You don't actually work it, you sense it. You allow your thoughts to be filled with that person and you see them as they formerly were.
Sounds a little spooky to me.
Oh, it's not spooky, it's paranormal. It's seeing things on an astral plane. It's thinking in another dimension.
Big words, Sam. What do they all mean?
Well, spooky, I guess. But it says here, if I take an item of clothing from a person, say, a handkerchief or a sock, and I think about them while I'm holding it, I'll eventually see them as they were.
And what happens if you don't recognise them when you see them?
Oh, the book lists a whole group of people who keep coming back. You just check against a list and see who they are.
Would it work for me?
What do you mean?
Well, say if I gave you a sock or something and you hung onto it, what could you tell about me?
That you should buy shoes that breathe naturally?
Here, give it a try.
I think Jenny's right. I'll give it a go.
Hey, what are you lot still doing here? It's after 8:30.
Oh, hang on a minute, Dad. Sam's just seeing who Ben was in a former life.
If you don't get a move on, we'll find out who you're going to be in the next life. Now move it.
Okay. Tell me if it's anyone good, all right?
Hang on. I'm getting something. I can see something. I see an area-laid waste. I see devastation and destruction as far as the horizon stretches.
Either you're Attila the Hun or she's got a crossed line to her room.
Morning, Mr. Kelly.
Morning, Miss Wilson. Shall we progress to the Office? Now listen, Betty, are we going to continue with this ridiculous feud?
I really have no idea to what you are referring to.
I see. We are going to continue this ridiculous feud. Have it your way. Oh, will you stop doing that every time you sit in that chair?
I can't help it, Mr. Kelly. It's a conditional reflux. Every time I kneel down and bless myself.
Well, it's ridiculous.
Well, I can't help it. That's the way the nuns talk.
Well, get rid of that silly chair. That'll stop it.
I need my charismatic